Short stories written, published, and illustrated by GHGHCERTIFIED. Hustle and flow. In a hood ravaged by the financial collapse of the government, there was a young mother named Flo who was struggling to make ends meet. She had dreams of success and a better life for her and her young daughter, Helen. However, Flo's attempts at success were always met with failure, and it seemed like her dreams were slipping further and further away. Her frustrations and anger grew with each passing day, and she began to take her anger out on her daughter. Flo started to push Helen into doing things she didn't want to, and no child should do, just to make a quick buck. And before she knew it, Helen was immersed in the dark world of lies and prostitution. The little girl, who once had a bright future, was now reduced to being a pawn in her mother's desperation for success. The mother and daughter duo would often hit the streets together, trying to make enough money to survive. But while the money may have temporarily eased their financial burden, the emotional toll it took on both mother and daughter was tremendous. Helen grew increasingly isolated and lonely, while Flo's mental state deteriorated as she struggled with drugs to cope with the guilt of her actions. Despite her fears and struggles, Helen continued to hold onto her dreams of freedom and happiness, and eventually, she found a way to break free from her mother's grip. She ran away from the dangerous lifestyle her mother forced her into, realizing that it wasn't worth sacrificing her self-respect and dignity. Flo was left alone, abandoned by the one person she loved more than anything. All the money and temporary success that she had achieved had been for nothing. She immediately sobered up, as was left with nothing but a shattered heart and a lifetime of regret. Sadly, she never recovered. So Helen got the phone call a few months after she escaped, leaving her devastated and broken-hearted, but determined to get help make a better life for herself in honor of her mother. The cautionary tale of Flo and Helen is a stark reminder that pursuing success at any cost is never worth sacrificing the relationships that matter most. The love and trust of those closest to us should be cherished and nurtured, rather than exploited for personal gain. And ultimately, it's the things that can't be bought with money, like happiness and love, that truly define a successful life. The end. Like, share, comment and subscribe for more at GHGH Certified.